Hey guys, what is up? Mike here. Thanks for tuning in to another video. In this video, I want to remind everyone, make the argument and state the claim that visual UI design aesthetics is just as much an important part of UX design as all the other methods and principles and things you can learn as you're embarking upon your UX design career. And this is important for those of you that are up and coming and wanting to get into the UX design field and become a UX designer. And it's very confusing because the UX design leaders and the folks that have taken over this terminology and kind of made it more of a professional thing tends to separate visual UI design, or graphic designers or visual UI designers, as separate from UX design. And I'm making the argument that they need to be together, and for many different reasons. It's like sales and marketing. Sales being a huge, I would say the most important person within a company, cannot forget about branding and marketing. All right, if someone tried to, you can be the best salesperson in the world. If you're trying to sell me on a particular product and that brand hasn't built any brand equity with me, I never heard of this product, I don't trust it. You can be the best salesperson in the world, but if you haven't built that trust and that bond with me as a potential consumer, you're gonna have a hard time getting that sell, right? So a salesperson has to combine marketing and branding and know of the effects of branding and marketing in order to be the best salesperson that they can be. Right? Same with the marketing and branding person. You have to understand branding and marketing. You need the sales to actually be successful at it, right? You can just build all the brand equity you want. If you're not getting anyone to sell and you know, to go after your potential consumers, you're not going to make any money, right? So UX design, you cannot separate visual UI design aesthetics. And when it comes to producing a great experience, it goes hand in hand. Not only is it because as a UX designer, when you get hired by jobs, your job is to do visual design work. You're there to design products, right? But not only that, visual design aesthetics is a big part of producing a great user experience on that particular page. That's why I always say focus on studying top visual designers, study their work, because applying those principles from page to page to page to page will produce a great experience. Let's think about it. You go to the page, or a user or consumer goes to a particular page, it's the aesthetics that plays a role in producing a great experience and lowering what we call cognitive load, right? So if there wasn't a contrast between this primary button and the secondary button, I wouldn't know which one to select. If there wasn't any contrast between the headline and the subheadline, or the link versus the text and so forth, I wouldn't know which one to read first. If there wasn't a nice container and proper spacing over this section versus this section, I wouldn't know which part I should be focusing on first and foremost, right? So contrast in colors, visual aesthetics of layouts, proper spacing, padding, everything from font weights, types, color choices you use, imagery, right? Being engaged in the site itself plays a role in a good experience. All of that is a part of visual UI design and aesthetics, and that plays a huge role in producing a great user experience. I just actually, I've been doing this for 18 years, but as I continue to study UX design, today I went out, you know, just into the web and started to search on different UX design terms, and it took me down this path of what if I was just wanting to learn about UX design. I landed on this agency, or this site, where they were using big terminologies, mental models, human factors, human interactions, and things like that. And if you were someone that wanted to learn UX design, this company, this agency would take you down a path where you would separate the two. And to me, that's why we have so much confusion in the world of UX design, because professionals have separated two rather than combined them. As someone stated to me a while back, that back in the day, all they called this was design. Before UX design was a thing, they called it design. They were still doing UX design work. When they built plain dashboards and cars and things like that, and different things that you do within your cars and products around your household, people are applying UX best practices and methods to those designs, but they just called it design back then. Today, there's UX design and there's visual design. It's all combined into one. And as a UX designer, when you go out there looking for jobs, your job is to design a product. 90%, like a huge part of your actual day-to-day is to visually design a product. It's not to sit there and discuss theory and analytics with your stakeholders and your bosses. It's for you to design products. That's why I say, as you embark upon your UX design career, make sure that you focus on visual UI design and aesthetics as a big part of your skill set. That's why I always say, hey, go out there and start with UI design. Go out there and copy these designers, because they're producing the fruit of good user experiences on one particular page. If you go to Dribbble, if you go to Pinterest and look at these beautiful interfaces, take that, learn it, study the spacing, study the padding, study the drop shadows and things and aesthetics they use. Apply that from page to page to page to page. Because when you get to a particular company, you're designing a product, you're going to be designing date selectors, modal dialogues, buttons, drop down menus, forms, and things like that, right? It all goes hand in hand. Anyway, that's my spiel for today. And that's why I sort of clash with a lot of these other UX professionals, because I come from a graphic design background and I combine the two. I kind of dumb down the UX thing as more common sense, just studying how people, just observe how people are using these systems. But I feel UX or visual UI design is a big part of what makes up a great experience. Anyway, if you want to learn the way I teach UX design and how I bring together both visual UI design and all the best UX design methods and principles around this particular discipline, you click on that link right there. Visit my site, ML UX Academy. You can learn all about my online video design training and things that I produce there, and learn all about me. If you have any questions, visit that site, ML UX Academy. Click on the contact menu and leave me a message. I'll be happy to shoot back and forth with you via email. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer that. As always, thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you like the things I talk about. Subscribe to my YouTube channel to get more videos like this in your inbox. And I'll be talking to you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.